CYC is a free channel, presents the Word of God for everyone. Your support will help us to continue the mission. Visit our website, cycnow.com. Even $1 will make a difference.
Hello to those of you at home and welcome to Ins and Outs. Today we have another episode. We'll be covering 1 Kings chapters 19 to 22 with three very excited contestants. But first, let me explain to you how this works for those of you at home and to our contestants. We have 5 different categories. Each category has 5 different levels of clues. Each clue is from 100 to 500 points. The contestant at the end of the game with the most points wins. So why don't we meet our contestants? All right, first up, Christopher. How you doing, man?
Not bad, how are you?
I'm okay, I'm doing all right. And so tell us a little about yourself. What are you studying? Are you graduated?
Studying pharmacy in England.
You're studying pharmacy in England. Yeah. Okay, but you haven't adapted an accent or anything?
Oh no, I refuse.
Oh, you refuse?
Not happening.
But you could if you wanted to?
If I want to, yeah.
Okay, very good. That's mine. Okay, Justina, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you ready for today?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you studied hard for the chapters?
Yeah, my best, I guess.
Yeah, your best. Well, that's all we can ask for. And Daniel, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Are you related to Justina at all?
No, I am not.
Because you're wearing almost the exact same color.
This was not planned.
This was not. Are you
Not
sure?
planned,
You didn't
no.
give her a call before?
No.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so those are 3 contestants. We're going to kick off the game. Contestants, please remember that I will be giving you the clue. You must answer to me in question format. If you do not, it is incorrect. Okay? Right, let's see the categories, please. The successor, 7,000 knees. He is an awesome God, condemning the just, and false prophets. All right, those are our categories, and we've predetermined who's going to kick us off. And Christopher, why don't you kick us off here?
Let's go with he is an awesome God, 100.
He is an awesome God for 100. Syrians thought of our God to be a God of hills. They suggested fighting the Israelites one more time in this place. All right, Daniel.
What are the plains?
What are the plains? Yes, the judges say yes. What is the valley or the plains? You meant P-L-A-I-N-S, right?
Yes.
Of course. Okay, Daniel, to our next clue or category.
Let's go for 7,000 knees for 100.
All right, 7,000 knees for 100. It was the same city where our Lord Jesus Christ sat at the water well that Ben-Hadad went to besiege. All right, Daniel's thinking about it. 5 seconds. All right, and Justina's going to give it a shot. Go ahead.
What is Shanann?
What is Shanann? That is incorrect, unfortunately. All right, Christopher's going to give it a shot. Go ahead.
What is Samaria?
What is Samaria? That is correct for Christopher. All right, now please just remember that if you do answer a question incorrectly, you get deducted from your score. There's no freebies on this show. I don't do that kind of thing. Okay, all right, back to Christopher. Go ahead.
Let's go with condemning the just, 100.
All right, condemning the just for 100. All right, this was Naboth's accusation as planned by Jezebel. Daniel.
That he swore. What is he swore against the Lord?
What is he swore against the Lord? Yes, what is blaspheming? All right, Daniel.
Let's go for false prophets for 100.
False prophets for 100, kicking off the category. He did not prophesy well about him. This was why Ahab did not like the prophet much. Justina.
What is Micaiah?
Yes, that is correct. What is Micaiah? Or Micaiah.
Yeah.
Okay. Justina, keep it going, please.
Okay, false prophets, 200.
All right, for 200, false prophets. As he did not support his decision to go to war, Ahab did this to Micaiah. Daniel.
And what is he put him in prison?
What is he put him in prison? That is correct for 200. All right, Daniel, go ahead.
Let's finish the 100 and go for the successor.
All right, let's do that. The successor for 100. This person was anointed to be Elijah's successor. All right, Justina, go ahead.
What is Elisha?
What is Elisha? All right, what is Elisha? Yes,
Right.
that is correct. No problem, all right. So there's a slight difference. We have Elisha and Elijah. In this case, the answer was, who is Elisha? All right. So, Justina, to our next clue, please.
Condemning the just 200.
All right, for 200 points. This is how Naboth was killed. Justina, go ahead.
What is being stoned?
What is being stoned? That is correct. All right, Justina, go ahead.
Okay, he is an awesome God 200.
For 200. A wall killed this many Syrian soldiers, showing that God does wonders when we take him to our side. All right, Daniel.
What is 100,000?
What is 100,000? That is incorrect. All right. All right, Justina's thinking about it, but doesn't look like she's gonna go for it. All right, the answer we're looking for is what are 27,000 soldiers. All right, go back, and let's do a quick point check. So, Daniel, you have 200 points right now. Justina, you have 300, and Chris, you have 100. So we have 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Justina. Go ahead.
The successor 200.
All right, the successor for 200. When he felt he was alone, God made it clear to Elijah that this many people did not worship Baal as well. Daniel.
What is 7,000?
What is 7,000? That is correct. All right, Daniel.
Let's go for 7,000 knees, 200.
All right, sticking with the 7,000 here. The total number of kings who besieged the Samaritans was this many. Don't forget to count Ben-Hadad, please. All right. All right. You can buzz in
Okay.
again. Yeah, for sure. All right, Justina,
Okay,
go ahead.
what is 33?
What is 33? Yes. All right. Justina, go ahead.
False prophets 300.
False prophets for 300. All right, and we've got our first twofold of the day. All right, so let me explain how this works. With a twofold, all our contestants are locked out except for Justina in this case. Justina can now wager as many points as she has. So in this case, that's 500 points. If she gets it correctly, she gets that amount added onto her score. If she gets it incorrectly, she gets it deducted. So, how much would you like to wager?
I'll go for 300.
All right, 300, all right. So let's see the clue, please. Talk about the unity of the Bible. Micaiah's vision was the same of this great prophet who lived 700 years BC. All right, I'll give it to you one more time. Talk about the unity of the Bible. Micaiah's vision was the same of this great prophet who lived 700 years BC.
Okay, I'll go for who is Shananan, I think.
Okay, who is Shanan? That is incorrect. What we're looking for is who is Isaiah. Who is Isaiah? Okay, all right, we go back to you, Justina, for our next clue.
Okay, I'll go for the successor 300.
All right, the successor for 300. It was enough for Elisha to know that he was called for service when Elijah threw this on him. All right, Daniel.
What is his mantle?
What is his mantle? That is correct. All right, Daniel.
Let's go, he's an awesome God for 300.
He is an awesome God for 300. When this prophet asked his friend to do this, he dismissed his request. Our contestants look very confused by that. All right, and it looks like we're going to have to give you the answer. The answer we're looking for is what is to strike him. Right? Right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and with that, we're going to do a quick point check before we go on break. Daniel at 700, Justina at 200, and Chris at 100. A very close game here on Ins and Outs, so be sure to follow us after this short break. Welcome back to this episode of Ins and Outs. We're covering 1 King 19 to 22, and we are having an absolutely fun time doing it right here on Ins and Outs. So we're going to go back to Daniel to kick us off with our next clue or category.
Let's go, he's an awesome God for 400.
He is an awesome God for 400. Because he did not listen to the prophet, this animal ended his life. Daniel.
What is a lion?
What is a lion is correct. All right, Daniel.
Let's go 7,000 knees for 300.
7,000 knees for 300 points. Tell him, let not the one who puts on his armor boast like the one who takes it off. This proverb means, as a fighter, you don't celebrate this before the battle is over. I repeat that last part again. As a fighter, you don't celebrate this before the battle is over. All right, and contestants, the answer we're looking for is what is victory? All right, what is victory? All right, Daniel, go ahead.
Let's go. He's an awesome God for 500.
He is an awesome God for 500. It was not so fortunate for him to have his vineyard next to Ahab's palace. Daniel?
Who is Naboth?
Who is Naboth or Naboth? Yes. All right. Daniel?
Let's go the successor for 400.
All right, for 400, the successor. This was the only request Elisha asked before following Elijah. Such a faithful son, wouldn't you say? Daniel, what do you say?
What is kiss his father?
What is kiss his father? Yes, we're going to give that to you. It's what is to kiss his father and mother, but judges say yes to that answer. All right, so Daniel, go ahead.
Let's finish the last 300, condemning the just.
Let's finish the last 300. Why don't we do that? Daniel calls the shots here. All right. Thus says the Lord, have you murdered and also taken possession? A fearful message to Ahab delivered by this prophet. All right, you see us give it a shot. Go ahead.
Who is Micaiah?
Who is Micaiah? That is incorrect, unfortunately. All right, and Daniel looks like he's not going to try this one. Neither will Christopher. All right, so the answer we're looking for is who is Elijah? All right. Okay, so now we go back to Daniel. Daniel, take us to our next clue, please.
Let's take 7,000 knees for 400.
7,000 knees for 400. Only 7,000 men went to the war after Ahab the king. Some of the church fathers claim that they are the same men who did not kneel to this god. Daniel.
Who is Baal?
Who is Baal? That is correct for 400. All right, Daniel.
Let's take false prophets for 400.
Let's do that. All right. He had very clear instructions to his 32 captains. The Syrian king wanted them to hunt this king. Daniel, he looked a little hesitant there.
Who is Ahab? Ahab, we'll go with Ahab. Who's Ahab?
Who is Ahab? Who is Ahab? That is correct. All right, way to
Almost
save yourself.
confused myself there.
Yes.
Oh, man.
You're doing well. So, Daniel, you've got 2,800 points. You've at -100 and Chris at 100. Chris, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. Do you need anything, a water or anything?
No, I'm right.
We don't offer that anyways. All right, Daniel, take us to our next category,
Okay,
please.
let's take condemning the just.
All right, condemning the just for 400 or 500?
400, yes.
Okay. As you have done, it shall be done to you. Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15. The dogs will do the same to Ahab. No. Daniel's shaking his head no. Okay, all right. The answer we're looking for, what is licking his blood? All right, what is licking his blood? And we've got 500s left on the board. So, Daniel, what are we going to go to?
Let's take the successor first.
All right, the successor for 500.
Oh, okay.
All right, and we've got a twofold here for Daniel. So, Daniel, you know how this works. You sit at 2,800 points. How much are you going to wager?
Let's just go with 800.
800. That must be one of the biggest twofold wagers. And let's see the question here. It shall be that whoever escapes the sword of Hazael, Jehu will kill. And whoever escapes the sword of Jehu, he will kill. God was referring to this person now.
Who is Elisha?
Who is Elisha with an SH? That is correct. All right, and that takes you up to 3,600 big ones, Daniel. And let's take us to the next clue, please.
Let's go 7,000 knees for 500.
All right, for 500, finishing off the category. Some youth wonder if it is lawful or not to do what Ben-Hadad was doing when he lost the battle shamefully. All right, Daniel. I love your facial expressions, man. I hope our cameras are getting this because they are absolutely priceless. All right, Daniel, go ahead.
What is surrender?
What is to surrender? That is incorrect, unfortunately. All right, Christopher and Justina don't look like they're going to try this. Wait, Justina's giving you these mixed looks. Are you going to buzz in or not?
I want to try, but I don't know.
But you don't want to lose the 500, obviously. Yeah. All right. Well, you're at negative 100, and if you finish off this first round with negatives, unfortunately, you can't continue on. So I'm a host. I can't really say anything about it. It might be better for you to try it, but it's up to you. 3 seconds on the clock. All right?
Okay. Can I buzz in?
Yeah, you can buzz in. All right, Justina, go ahead.
What is back out?
What is to back out? That is incorrect, unfortunately. Now she's going to say it's my fault. All right, the answer we're looking for, unless Christopher, okay, no. What is getting drunk? Oh, wow, you guys seem like that was obvious, right? Okay, all right, let's go back to Daniel. Daniel, we have 2 left. Which one would you like to go for?
Let's go for false prophets for 500 first.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the other one. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. Okay, false prophets for 500. Elijah's prophecy was fulfilled when Ahab died. I hope our cameras are getting these. I love these facial expressions. Daniel, go ahead.
What is prostitutes and dogs bathe in his blood?
What is prostitutes and dogs bathe in his blood, or lick, you know, depending on the translation. All right, so we're going to give that to you. Lick or bathe in his blood. Okay. Daniel, obviously we go for our final 500, condemning the just. Here it is. God postponed the punishment of Ahab when Ahab did this before him.
Not sure.
Daniel, let's try this.
What is put on his sackcloth?
All right, what is put on his sackcloth? The judges say yes, because it's more specific than what is humbling himself before God. Okay, and with that, we're going to go on a short break, but before we do that, we're going to show you the final category. Daniel's facial expression will probably look something like this when we show it to you. So, from Genesis to Kings is what the final category is. All right, and quick point check. Daniel at 4,100 points. Chris, you're still in it at 100, and Justina, unfortunately, is going to be leaving us at negative 600 for this final round. And when we're back, we're going to go to the finale to check out From Genesis to Kings here on Ins and Outs. Welcome back to the finale of this episode of Ins and Outs. Justina, unfortunately, had to leave us because she finished the first round at negative 600. Daniel has an astonishing 4,100 on record to break the record for the highest points here on Ins and Outs, but we'll see how that all pans out. And Christopher with a humble 100. All right, we'll see how it goes. So before we went on break, I showed you the category From Genesis to Kings, and now let's see the clue. Elijah the prophet was one of 2 who has never seen death yet. The second was this great personnel. I'll read it to you one more time, and then we'll put 30 seconds on the clock. Elijah the prophet was one of 2 who has never seen death yet. The second was this great personnel. All right, contestants, you seem very happy and excited. You seem happy, Daniel. There we go, another one of those facial expressions. We can't leave you without it. Okay, contestants, the answer we're looking for is, who is Enoch? All right, and you're both laughing, so I'm assuming that we've got good stuff written down. All right, okay, Christopher, show us your answer. Who is Elisha with an SH? That is incorrect. And how much did you wager? Let me guess. A full 100, so that obviously takes you down to 0. And if Daniel hasn't absolutely gone all out on the wager, we might have a winner. Let's see. Who is Christ? Who is Christ? That's not what we're looking for. And how much did you wager? 3,899. So I think you've done some math there, just in case that Christopher did get it right. So that takes you down to, what is that?
201.
201. So
man.
201 is better than 0 on ins and outs and most places in the world. So we do have a winner. Daniel, congratulations. Christopher, it's a pleasure here as usual. And that's our show for ins and outs. Please make sure you join us next time. It's always a fun time, lots of facial expressions, and lots of winners here on ins and outs.